Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go.
Hello everyone and good morning and welcome back to another episode in Lisky Farm. So I'm just trying to feed my chicken this morning. As you can see, the bank account is looking pretty darn good. It went up by about 4,000 pounds since yesterday, and that's all because of the vending machines. It did go down a bit because of the loan and everything, but I think we're looking pretty good. We have quite a lot of things to sell, and because I'm starting to get kind of stuck with this van. It doesn't hold enough. I did search around yesterday and I found somebody who is selling a very old Mercedes truck. And very old, I mean, I think it could be around 40 years old. In any case, I'm gonna try and test that today to see how it goes. And later on I think we'll be spraying the fields, since we do have some weeds and the weeds are already too tall for a regular de-weeder, the mechanical one. Yeah, you can see it's not too bad, but it's still, you know, more than I would like. On the other hand, the crop looks pretty good. There are a few holes here and there, but nothing really much. This has already fermented, so we have another batch of silage ready. And I'm gonna have to start making arrangements for getting a new combine harvester. I did find something, it's Decotretive. So basically it's a newer version of what we already have. But it's 36,000 and there is a header 3.6 meter wide. I could get 4 point something meter wide header for it, but I opted for the smaller one because I can keep it on the combine. I don't have to use the trailer to move it around, and it can fit through all the gates on my farm, at least all the current gates I have. Okay, so I'm gonna check on the animals if they need anything, and looks like we have a bull that's ready to be sold. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take care of that also. Alright, so after checking all the animals, I seem to have forgot to feed all of them. Except for the chicken. In any case, yeah, I'm gonna quickly take care of that. I need to refill the feeding trough of the cows and the sheep. They're also all out and the grass hasn't grown yet, so I don't know, man. Sometimes I lose track of things because I have so much to do, and I simply take this off, and I simply neglect the animals, which is a very terrible thing for me to do, you know. It should not have happened. But maybe it shows that the operation is getting too big for my own hands. I would need a farm hand, or maybe a wife. But yeah, I might have bitten off too much, or more than I can actually chew. In any case, I'm gonna make the mix, and then I'm gonna tag back in when I'm ready for taking some food to the sheep. So, the cow feeding is done. I filled up three full trailer loads of TMR for the cattle. I think it should hold them for a while. Maybe I should sell some cows, but I really want to have more milk, so this is the reason I'm not selling them. Okay, just a bit more. It's really difficult to judge the distance. So I'm gonna use this trailer to put some hay in. I'm gonna take it to the sheep pen. And when I come back, I'm gonna probably leave the trailer on. Yeah, I think it should hold. I'm probably gonna leave the trailer on, and I'm gonna use it later on to transport the bull to the animal dealers. And in the meantime, I will try to get that truck that I talked with the owner about the testing. So yeah, I'm really putting my cards on that. And if I'm not mistaken, I will be able to do a trade-in, which means that I'll put my van onto... I will give him my van and he'll give me the truck. So I will get a much older vehicle, but I'll also get a bigger vehicle, which is what I actually need. And I'm orienting the bales like this so I will be able to roll them off when I come to the sheep pen, because I won't have my front loader arm then, and these bales are much too heavy to lift by hand. Oops, I bumped into it. So I think 3 bales should be plenty. I put 2 like this and 1 on the top, and by the time they eat up through this, there should be grass on the pasture, so they'll be able to feed from that. I hope I'll be able to close the... Let me try and do that before I do anything else. I should be... Yeah, there's still some space in the front. Like a glove. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm only gonna take 2. I'm only gonna take 2 bales to the animal, to the sheep pen. So yeah, I've made a deal. Wow, this is precarious. I'll turn the recording back on when I'm at the sheep pen. Okay, so I've dropped the bales here. I've refilled their water trough. Yeah, they did not give much wool because they focused on surviving, which I think is fair. And I am very sorry I neglected you guys. Please excuse me. Yeah, as I've said, all this might be getting too much for me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's been a continuous adventure, so to say. You know, I didn't really have any time to have some time off, or, you know, recuperate, and sometimes life just gets ahead of you. In any case, I won't take any wool to the spinnery today. That half a pallet can wait for next time. But I will go get that truck now. As I said, I've we've agreed for a test drive. So I'm gonna go and try it out to see if it even satisfies my needs. And if it does, we just might make a trade. Whoops. Here I am taking a turn without the blinkers and the cops come. Yikes. Anyway, the meeting point is right here, and I think this is the truck. So let me get in. Yeah, I don't know, it does look interesting. It really does look interesting and very useful. Let me park this long consist right here. The van, of course. This is gonna be okay. Yeah, it's alright. Look at that. So a Mercedes 709 box truck. I've heard you can get different attachments for the rear. You can have a flat bed, you can have a grain bed, or a loose material bed. But box truck is actually what I need for myself, and it looks to be in quite a good condition. Even though it's very old, the rims are shiny, the paint is not chipping anywhere. Well, I'll be. In any case, I'm gonna wait for the owner, and I'll see you on my way back. Okay, so here I am in the truck. Now, the first thing I notice is the steering wheel's on the wrong side. Now, I'm not too bothered about it because I did came from Central Europe and we drive on the right side over there. So I'm quite used to using a vehicle with the left-sided steering wheel. Even though it's not really the best for here, but I guess it's an import, you know. Oh, the sound. Awesome. So, of course, it's a manual. Let's try it. The horn works. Ah, beautiful. Excuse me, sir. Oh, very brave. So yeah, I've spoken with the owner. He used this truck for transporting meat and stuff. So it should be quite well suited for transporting fruits and vegetables. The occasional wool pallet. And these old diesel trucks, they sure do bring a smile to my face. In any case, this one does have, if you focus in the center where the RPM meter is, you have this green area. Supposedly this is where the fuel consumption is the smallest and the torque is the highest. So you kind of get the optimal fuel consumption if you keep your RPM in that area. Ah, it's quite a nimble truck. Sticks well to the road. Okay, so the first true test for this truck is how well does it go into the yard. Okay, so far it's a bit tight on this side. Oh no, it actually isn't. The mirrors are lying. Never trust the mirrors. So I'm guessing the capacity for transporting bales is gonna be a lot higher in this truck than in any other vehicle I've had so far. Alright. Let's open you up. And let's park you right here. Yeah, this is a very tall and boxy truck, and it's reinforced with wood, so it doesn't get damaged by the pallets. And I can even stand in it, which is a huge plus. I couldn't do that in my van. In any case, let me try and load all this, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so the whole garden is in the truck, and look at that, there's still plenty of space. It's about a third full. So yeah, I'm very happy with the capacity of this, but I have to see how it handles during transport. I might have overestimated this truck. Look at that, it's basically full. I possibly could put another pallet right here, but I'm kinda not for it, because when the doors close you can see there's insulation and it might damage the doors. So I'm gonna take this and sell it, and I'll be back for the rest. But yeah, judging by the situation, it doesn't really seem like it's gonna be a good fit for me. Oh well, we'll see. Alright, so I'll be honest with you, this truck is having so much trouble pulling the weight up this incline. I am astounded. I knew it's an old truck, but I did not think it was gonna have so many issues coming up the incline. That's one thing, and the other is I don't really feel like this is a good fit for the farm, you know. Since I couldn't really fit everything on, it might still be better if I simply, you know, truck all the stuff the way I trucked it until now. So I'm not completely sold on this one. And there's another thing that kind of bothers me, is that I can't really strap down the pallets. Right, so the vending machines are all sorted out, and I'm gonna take the rest to the pub, and this is gonna be it for this truck. I don't think I'm gonna be using it anymore, or I'm not gonna be trading for it. It just has a bit too many downsides for me to make it reasonable, since my van is doing a pretty good job, even though it is a lot smaller. The van's only lack is that it's too low, so I can't put two pallets one on top of each other. At least two pallets of oat drink, sorry. In any case, I'm gonna empty this out here, and let's see on the other side, let's see how much we earn. So all in all, I got paid around 4,500 for the goods, and I still have some oat drink waiting for me at the farm. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Getting real close to getting that combine sorted out. So when I return back home, I do think I'm gonna, excuse me ma'am, wash the old FAR combine harvester and get it ready for selling. I should get decent amount of money for it, because even though the engine has seized, it is a relic and it works. You know, it's probably a minor fix, But even though if it is a minor fix, I still want to have a new combine, something with a bit more power. That's a bit easier to use. Something with a cab. Yeah, that has been bothering me a bit. That it's a cabless. Okay, I'm not gonna push it anymore. I don't wanna mess up the truck. Yeah, too careful. There's plenty of space here, so I'm just gonna leave it. And yeah, I'm gonna return back to the farm and I'm gonna sort all that out. Okay, I've already parked the trailer for the bull here. I'm gonna wait for him to get a bit better to feed himself, so he's gonna have a bit more weight when I sell him. And now I'm gonna... Oh, look at that, how much oat drink we still have. The production is churning out oat drink like a madman. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's wash it down. It's not in the best condition possible, but it's still, I think, in quite a good condition. I do wonder how we'll get it out though. Because I have no idea, you know, a long transport lorry isn't gonna fit in this entrance. So we're definitely gonna have to pull it out and into the roadway, which is difficult to do as it is, you know. Let me see. It starts. Oh, actually it does start. But does it move? Nope, doesn't move. Well, this is gonna be a treat. Oh well. It is what it is. What was I planning to... Yeah, I still have to take that away. So let me engage the van and the trailer. And let's take the rest of this to be sold. And later on I can take care of the bull and then go spraying. There's no use in spraying while it's raining because it would just wash down and the weeds would be perfectly fine. Okay, so I've done loading. I did come up with a solution for my small van problem, and it's actually I put the pallets in sideways so I can get two stacked up, and look at that, I could possibly get even one more in. So I think that's gonna be a good solution for the time being. I'm just gonna have to make a few trips. But yeah, so this is going to the dealers that buy bulk materials. So it's just around the corner. Let's see how much money we get for that. Okay, so 2,500 pounds later, I am ready to go. So we are at 34,000. We basically have almost enough money for the combine harvester. Now I only have to sell the bull and we should be good to go. Okay, so I think it's time to take out the sprayer. Can't remember, do I have the row crop tires for this one or don't I? Let me take the weight off. because I want the tractor to be as light as it can be before putting it in the field. And let me go see in here if there are any row crop tires or care tires waiting for me in here. Alright, I found the tires, put them on, and let's dig in. Now I don't remember. Oh man, there's so much going on. I can't remember if I have herbicide still in the barn here. Let me see. Okay, this is fertilizer. Okay, fertilizer. I don't really think I have herbicide. Oh, what? And I don't believe it's in this barn also, so... But let me check before I do anything drastic. No, there's only lime here. Alright. Okay, well... That means I'm gonna have to make a trip to the store. Let me check if the bull is ready to be sold. So it turns out the bull was ready, and I've already put him on the trailer. And let's take him to the dealers. He should fetch quite a good price, I think. Looks like a very healthy boy. Now, I'm not sure, but if I dare use this trailer to bring back the herbicide, I don't know if I dare. I should dare. Shouldn't I? In any case, let's sell the bull and let's see what happens next. Okay, made all the arrangements and it's time to unload him. And we got paid £640 for the bull. I'll be honest, I did expect more, but it is what it is. These are the current prices, and the farmers have to bear it all. Such is the sad truth. Now, I wanted to check something else. Is this wide? Yeah, this should be plenty wide enough for an IBC. Okay, I'm gonna go straight to the store and get the pallet of herbicide and bring it back, so we can take care of our fields. Back to the familiar place. Okay, let's set this up for loading. And let's go buy that IBC of herbicide. Oh, the truck's still there. Interesting. Oof, that was 2,400. Wow. That was much more than I expected. I was gonna have to pay for the herbicide. And just watch when it doesn't fit on the trailer. Oh. Nah, it should fit. It's quite heavy though. I don't want to lift it too high, but I still want to see underneath it. So let's see the moment of truth. Ah, look at that. This little trailer turned out to be a champ today. I should give it a good little service when I come back. Okay, the weight is not distributed properly, but since I'm not going far, I think it's gonna be completely fine. I just gotta take it easy. Yeah, the truck is still here. I guess the owner hasn't come collect it yet. Excuse me, red van. Okay, so I wonder how this is gonna go. First thing I have to do is move this beauty out of the way. I could use Massey Ferguson for the spraying operation, but I really want to have a closed cab if I possibly can. But still use it to take the sprayer out, since this is a lot more maneuverable and a smaller tractor than the big Fant over there. I don't know why exactly I connected the PTO, since it's coming right off. While I'm at it, I do think I'm gonna make a nice little service on this guy. I can't really remember when I did it last time, but since I'm not using it, you know, it's not too much of an issue. Okay, let me try and refill it. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so the herbicide is filled up. Now let's go. It's a good thing that I can unload this straight off the trailer, because I'm gonna have to lift a lot less weight when the time comes to take it off. Okay, and let's go. Let's spray and pray. This is gonna lower my environmental score because I am spraying herbicide on the crop I'm gonna use for making beverage and stuff like that, but hey, I still believe it's gonna help me quite a lot. At least it's gonna be a clean crop. Good, so the spraying is all done, and this is gonna be it for this episode. When I return to the farm, I'm gonna clean up the rest, or put away the rest of the herbicide, and clean out this sprayer. But yeah, I think it was quite a good episode. We made a decent amount of money. Next time, I do think we're gonna get the combine. There's gonna be a whole project, you know, getting the old one out and the new one in. And I still don't know how much money I'll get for the old one, but it should be quite a decent amount, at least I think. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.